Moving on to project scope management. This involves the project scope in that it is the work that is included in the project, and specifically the process about making sure that everyone concerned with the project is clear about what the project is aimed at and what it includes. As I mentioned, the screenplay serves as the blueprint of the project. However, in order to better identify the scope and the visual look that the director is looking to pursue, they can use several tools, one of which is storyboards. Storyboard is a visual representation of a film sequence and breaks down the action into individual panels. It's a series of ordered drawings, though while it did begin as drawings and there were actually specific people who were hired to be storyboard artists, today there's a whole host of options available for storyboards, including 3D models, 3D renderings, and 3D video, as was started by actually Peter Jackson on his film King Kong. Today, directors and studio heads and executives use these tools to identify and control scope, similar to agile vision boards. In addition, the director can also utilize lookbooks, which, according to this website Studio Binder, a lookbook is a tool for filmmakers to use to identify a visual blueprint. And while they did begin as physical scrapbooks originally, they have evolved into online photo albums or even Pinterest boards. And in fact, it's actually quite common for a director to come in to a pitch with a studio executive or a creative producer with a lookbook, having read the screenplay and showing kind of an assemblage of similar shots, similar visual motifs, etc., that best identify how their visual interpretation of the project would be scoped out. Once we get into physical production, a lot of the scope, while determined by the director and the screenplay, there's actually a lot of leeway given to the respective department heads in order to deliver their visual interpretation of a project. Here, for example, we have a list of various department heads, and as you can see, the gaffer who controls lighting, the wardrobe who controls costumes, hair and makeup, etc. They have a lot of leeway to provide different visual interpretations within a set path. In fact, one of my favorite stories is the director of photography, Conrad Hall, who was the DP for American Beauty and Road to Perdition. DP, of course, referring to the phrase director of photography. When he was shooting Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks, he didn't like how the hallway was looking. So he went to the production designer and said, let's change the wallpaper from green and yellow to green and gold. And apparently that had a whole different visual appeal to it and visual imprint in his camera.